everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about a certain issue that you can see in the title, which is body hair. I did want to talk about this before, but the reason I chose today and I didn't, dress up nice or whatever is because it was my sister's birthday on Friday. So if you got time, you can wish her happy birthday down in the comments or on our social media. It's been a few hectic days and I just wanted to talk about certain things about body hair that we don't talk about much. Also, another thing is I got a middle parting today because I want to try it out because everyone's doing it and I felt left out. Major FOMO. My sister said I had a middle parting a few years ago when I went out or something, but I just don't remember. Also, I do want to hide like my sparse areas, and this is the best way to do it. The ghost in this room wants me out. I feel like the camera is a bit slanted. I don't know exactly what I can do about this. It'll have to do. So let's talk about body hair. Not just body hair, but like hair removal of all the lovely body hair we have. This is not me telling you to get rid of all your body hair. Like, you do you, like you choose what you want to do. But for me, I'm just going to talk about my struggles and how I removed it throughout the years and what I do now. Bit of backstory. If you watch one of my previous videos, I was talking about my PCOS. That's where I lose hair here, but I grow hair everywhere else. And the term for it is hirsutism. That's when you have excessive growth of dark or coarse hair in a male-like pattern, face, chest, and back. And that's due to like male hormones in your body. Mine grows here, here, and here. I have removed it a few weeks ago, so it's not grown back as much, but I have like full-on beard situation. So I have a little mustache going, but yeah, the worst area is definitely here and just there. Then we also have lovely arm hairs. I'm just showing you all my hairy self. Underarm hairs, stomach, your legs, thighs, and your private areas, all of it. I don't know what that is, but like the front and back, all of that. Your bikini area. So we're going to talk about that. My mom is like the epitome of a feminine woman. Like the standard what you're supposed to look like as a woman. Like, she doesn't grow much hair on her body. She has like soft skin and beautiful long hands and fingers and nails. Not like nails itself, like they're long. It's just like her nail beds are long. And yeah, like soft skin. She doesn't grow like facial hair like I do. She has a little bit of a facial hair here, which she gets rid of, and she doesn't have to spend so much time removing all her hair, So growing up with that, and then I look like how I do, it didn't occur to me that I needed to remove hair because I didn't see a problem with it. She never mentioned it anyway. It wasn't a problem for my mom either that I'm like hairy. When we started doing swimming lessons in school is when I had to start. I didn't have to, but I wanted to because all the other girls did, or I was more developed than the other girls, and therefore I just felt weird, and my mom showed me how to shave my legs and my underarms, so I just started doing that. And then as I got older, I never realized that the rest of my body hairs might not look normal. So I remember this one time, so this is when it became very apparent that I'm quite apparent to myself, to me, and I was so embarrassed, is when I was like maybe 13, 14, and the boys, I wore like a top, back in 2003, 2004 times, low-rise jeans and crop tops. I wore like my low-rise pants and a top that showed a little bit of my stomach. The boys made fun of me and said like, oh my god, you're hairy like a man, as in like talking about my stomach area, that it's hairy. And I was just like, what are you talking about? I never saw an issue with it. I thought my physique was great. Like I was a fit teenager and I used to work out and stuff. I never thought body hair was an issue, and that's the first time I was aware of my body hair, that it's not feminine. I went home, I cried, and I shaved my stomach. So that was the first time ever that I've shaved my stomach. And then they made fun of me because I shaved it. Now I'm like a shaved man. Boys are just stupid, so teach your boys to respect everyone. So at that point it didn't matter whether I was shaved or not, but that was the start of it. That's when I started like shaving everywhere. My whole body was shaved all the time. My mom didn't like it. She didn't see that there was a problem, but I did see it because I felt normal around my Turkish friends because they used to be fair skinned, but they had dark hair, but dark body hair. So I just felt like, oh, you know, quite similar. I just have dark skin and dark hair. They just have lighter skin and dark hair. But the rest of my friends, they were all German and Russian, Polish. So they have light hair, you know, you couldn't see their body hair that much. So it was just me with my unending amount of body hair. Just to recap, at 13-14 is when I really realized that, oh my god, I am hairy. Back in those days, my mom used to use Veet for her just a little bit here and there just to get rid of that, but she didn't use anything else. She just showed me how to shave, but I used to spend ages just shaving my whole body, and that's what I did from that age. Now moving on, when I was about 16 is when I first got rid of my mustache. I think I learned how to thread. I learned how to thread by myself. So because like by the time I was 16, I was in England and I had lots of Asian friends, Indian friends, and they showed me how to do that. So I just started doing that to get rid of the hair here. By that time I didn't have too much down here, just my little sideburns, my little long sideburns. So from 16 onwards, if you watch my PCOS story, is when it really just kind of kicked in. And I started getting more and more like coarse facial hair, and I just felt like my whole body was getting hairier. So throughout the years I tried all different methods. Of course, we all start off with shaving. I used Venus, which is very pricey. I used lots of disposable razors. That was just like my go-to, and of course I think it's the most affordable one to do because you can shave your whole body with one razor. At this point, like I said, I started doing the threading thing because I felt like when I used Veet or Nair hair remover cream, it left a rash. Like my skin just did not approve of it. So I stuck to threading. I think in my early 20s, I went to a salon where they waxed my face, and I hated it. I took my sister and she also hated it. It was very patchy. My skin was really sore. It was rough and bumpy afterwards. It wasn't nice. So I don't recommend that. So yeah, let's just get into it. So starting off at the top, eyebrows are getting threaded by my waxing lady. Another thing you can do is use one of those shavers, like the eyebrow shaver. You can, you know, in between appointments for your upkeep, I recommend that. Waxing, if you go to a professional and do that. I feel like if you wax your brows, I feel like it's cleaner than when you get it threaded. Like the lines are just, I don't know, I just think it's nice. I've never used Nair on my eyebrows, so I wouldn't know how that would work. So moving on, for my face, I've had it waxed. I don't recommend waxing because it pulls on your skin way too much, and like it leaves, I don't know, you could burn your skin and all sorts. So I definitely don't recommend it. Threading your face, I've not threaded my face, so I don't know, but this area threading and my eyebrows, like it's already painful. Like that's way too painful. So I would recommend, I personally shave it with that same eyebrow shaver thing. I just use that to get rid of it. Mustache threaded because I feel like it just grows back softer. Next up, just all this area, like I said, I just shave it. It's easier. Moving on to my arms, I used to shave. First time I got rid of these hairs, I was maybe 18 or 19, and one of my friends, she waxed it for me, and it was super smooth. Oh my god, it was so nice. But after she went, like she was just there for a year, you know. After she left, I couldn't do it by myself, so I just shaved my arm hairs, all of it, by the way, like going all the way back, just using your razor like that. It's terrible. So I do recommend that. I find that it doesn't grow back as fast, so I'm fine shaving it. That also means like my knuckle hairs, all of these. I got hair. I'm hairy. So shaving for sure, waxing if you can do it. Next up, we got underarms. I've shaved my underarms since I was a kid, like pre-teens. My body developed very early, so. But I think that it definitely makes your underarms darker the more you shave, because you shave all different ways, up and down, sideways, crisscross, diagonally, vertically. And you know, it can make your underarms darker. So make sure you exfoliate. Other than that, for underarms, I recommend waxing. Lasts longer. I think it takes the dead skin off. Also just smoother, and you don't have to worry about it for a long time. Moving on to your stomach. I don't know if you can see, but I'm hairy. I can't believe I'm showing you this, but I don't know if you can see, but I am hairy. And it gets hairy as you go lower. Wow. I have no shame anymore. But it is what it is. Like, you know, I just want you to know that you're not alone, you know? We all got it. Some are blessed, and it's like really, really fine hair, or it's really light hair and you don't see it. Like my husband, I am definitely hairier than he is. Okay, so for my stomach, also I shaved for the longest time. I don't recommend using Nair. It just takes long. It's a hassle. You will probably have to lie down for a long time before you remove it. So definitely shaving or waxing. Now let's move on to the legs before we move on to the hoo-ha. So for my legs, again, I shaved for the longest time. I've seen a lot of girls use hair removal creams on their legs, but I don't know, time wise, I think if you're in the shower, you're just gonna shave it off. You'll be okay. So my thigh hairs grow slower and finer than the rest of my leg. Knees also, it's a delicate area. You gotta be careful. The amount of times I have cut myself shaving on my knees, oh my god, or the back. Wow, that skin is so fine. I swear I've shaved like a whole chunk of skin off before. Also, toes, my toes are hairy on my big toe. Not all my toes, but my big toe has hair. Threading your legs ain't gonna happen. No. So let's talk about the delicate areas. Your bikini area. I've heard people say that they used hair removal creams. I personally haven't used it, but I have shaved the whole area, including the crack. All of it. Just, you just gotta move stuff and shave. It is what it is. I went to the salon to get wax down below, and I thought it didn't work properly. Yeah, so I just carried on shaving because I just thought like it didn't work. And then one day I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it again. And that was, I think I was about 27 at this point, 27, 26-ish. So I went to this Indian salon, beauty salon, and this lady did my wax, and I just said like, just do a whole full body thing, just do it all. And she did, and she did a great job. And luckily for me, she also does it privately. So, and that is how I met my current waxing lady that I've been going to for years now. And I've recommended her to my friends before as well, and they all love her because she's so good. She just keeps you calm and everything. So for that area, I would suggest definitely shaving, but be careful, don't cut yourself. You could use our hair removal cream. I've heard other people talk about it and they liked it. My personal opinion is that waxing is great for the area. I think, you just get a nice finish. It does hurt, I'm gonna lie, it does hurt, but the end result is nice. Now, if you want to keep the hair, keep the hair. If you want to shave or trim, just do that. But this is just for my girls that just want to get rid of the hairs. Yeah, so I just go to my waxing lady. It takes her about 45 minutes, and she does my whole body. Yeah, she does my behind too. She won't do my face. I still shave that, and then she'll do my brows as well. And that's it, 45 minutes and she's done, and she's so good. And I only go back every 5 weeks. Another option, of course, is laser hair removal, which I have inquired about. I messaged a company, but they just said that currently they're closed and due to lockdown. So I'm going to message them or give them a call again and see what they say, because I do want to do my face. I think more than my body, like just this area, which is so annoying. Like I get so self-conscious in pictures if I have to, like, even though I just showed you some of my hairy stomach and stuff, like when I turn, like I just want to make sure that it's not showing too much, or like my sideburns. If you do decide to go for laser hair removal and you have PCOS, you can ask if they do a discount, because the place I've contacted, or a lot of the places I've looked at, they all do like a 10% discount or something like that for women that suffer with PCOS, because you know, it's not our fault. It happens, you know, like if you have PCOS or any conditions that may cause extra hair growth, you know, there are ways to resolve that. Other than that, I definitely do recommend waxing. Like, waxing is great. Like, it makes my skin super smooth. It stays away for the longest time. So out of all the methods, I do recommend waxing, because that's what I stick to right now. Yeah, and if you can't afford a full body laser hair removal, go ahead. Do that. But I hope this was informative. If you have any other ways of hair removal, do let me know. I hope this video was informative enough, and I gave you an insight on how I get rid of my body hairs, and I've even shown you certain areas. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, and click the bells to receive notifications. Next week will be my sister again. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.